Boker Tov, everybody. Hi, Ari Penner. It's so fabulous to see you. You're upside down, my friend. Can I prevail upon you to make it so you're not upside down, so it's not distracting to the folks who are davening? There you go. Although I want to say you look fabulous whether you're right side up or upside down.
Dad, it's really low on this side.
On your, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it. So are you done now, or are you waiting to talk to?
I'm waiting to talk to you.
Elohim Shamash Natati Hori Tabarata Atata Nafakti Rabbi Bida'ati Kosman Johanna Shamaver Necha.
Okay.
Barchi Nafshi et Adonai Adonai Lagad the husband of Lavashtata.
Deborah, Donna keeps trying to FaceTime messages. He keeps popping up. Donna, someone. Yeah, because he's. They keep popping up again?
Yeah.
Morning, Elias.
Good morning.
Deborah, is there a way I can join that call if they're on this phone?
Baruch Adonai Hashem that's kind of tune. Stick with stick with
Which account? You've got Hornbecker at Gmail?
Okay, Tov, everybody. We're going to start in just about 3 or 4 minutes. And I just uploaded the Siddur that we are using. We're using Siddur Sim Shalom, which is not the Siddur that we use at the synagogue, but this is the one that we have on PDF. So I uploaded it to the chat, so you can grab it from there and download it. When I announce page numbers, it is from that Siddur, from Sim Shalom. But if you're using a different Siddur, you know, if you're familiar with the traditional Siddur, you'll be able to figure it out because all of the section places will be well known to you.
Need a hand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we have total Twilight Zone sound effects. Maybe you can mute your microphone if you don't need to be talking right now. That way we won't get, it sounds like a dead show right now and it's a little, there you go.
Mazel tov, Elias. It's Aunt Sandy.
This is so cool. So we're going to start. I just want to say that I'm sure there will be more people joining us, which is great. First of all, Mazel Tov to Elias and welcome to all of us. This is so beautiful in this time of separation, which is such a difficult time in so many ways that we're all connected here from so many different places. And it's Elias who's brought us together. We are gathering for a traditional Minyan. So we are going to be speeding through a lot of this in Hebrew, and if that's not familiar to you, if traditional prayer, Jewish prayer, is not familiar to you, that's okay. I want you to feel right at home, and to remind you that prayer is really a form of meditation. And so, if you have if you have your own ways that are not part of the traditional prayer book of connecting, of meditating, of just kind of centering yourself, then use this time for that. Just allow the words of the prayer book, the Hebrew, to wash over you, and to realize that that ultimately the goal of prayer is to connect with God and to connect with one another. And if you have other ways of doing that that are not part of the traditional prayer book, traditional liturgy, then that's beautiful and welcome. The other thing to say is that this is not a normal Monday morning prayer service. And the reason for that is not only because it is this incredible opportunity for Elias to demonstrate his learning before his community and his commitment to the Jewish people before his community, but also because it is, we're in the middle of Passover right now. And so the service is a little bit different. There's a little more singing and some other features that are unusual. So I'll just tell you again, I want to welcome Elias and his Ima and his Abba, his mommy and his daddy, Deborah and Chris, and his many beautiful friends who are here. And I know some people very, very dear to this family are connected to this special event in their lives. And I want to welcome you and tell you we're so thrilled that you could be here. We also have here members of our weekday Minyan crew, people who are always here praying with us. So I want to just welcome everybody, and we're going to jump in. I uploaded to the chat room, I uploaded a copy of the prayer book that we're using. So you can download it there. It is in English and Hebrew, but we're really just going to be cleaving to the Hebrew and moving through it pretty swiftly. And then when we get to the Torah service, that's where Elias is going to jump in for the first time. But we have some prayers between now and there that are going to lead us up to that point. Give me a moment and I will.
I see nothing in the chat room.
Right. No. Oh, really? Okay. That's frustrating.
If you joined after you sent it.
Oh, I see. So I have to send it again?
Yeah.
Thank you, Ari. Thanks. Okay.
I have it if I'm the only one.
Oops, I just sent the wrong one. Hold on. I will send it one more time. Weekday. All right. Okay, so it's on its way. It's about a third of the way done. So give it a moment. And let me just get the prayer book. And we'll start in just a few seconds here. Okay, the Birkot HaShachar, the morning blessings, are on page 6. Let me share my screen with you so you can see that. And we traditionally rise for these blessings. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lesech v'vina lahavchin bein yom uvein laila. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher asani b'tzamo. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher asani Yisrael. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher asani ben chorin. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam pokeach ivrim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam malbish arumim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam matir asurim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam zokef kifufim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam rokah haaretz al hamayim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asa li kot sarki. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamechin mitzadei gaver. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam ozer Yisrael b'gevura. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam oter Yisrael b'tifara. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hanoten ayaf koach. Baruch atah Adonai melech haolam ha'am avershim Utenenu hayom v'chol yom lechen chassid rachamim ba'inech overenu v'chol enu v'tigilu chassidim tovim Baruch atah Adonai gomel chassidim tovim le'amo Yisrael. And for those who downloaded the Siddur, I want to tell you that the English always follows the Hebrew. So if I'm reading the Hebrew on page 6, then the English will be on the following page 6. It's paginated the same, but the English always follows the Hebrew if you want to follow along in that way. Okay, we're on page 8. Kadesh et shimcha amakdish shemech v'kadesh et shimcha ba'olamech v'shuatcha telim v'takbir ganena baruch atah Adonai mekadesh et shimcha barabim. You can choose a rabbinic text to study before we continue, and I'm going to read the one that we usually read, but if you have your own copy in front of you, you can choose another one. These are the 13 midot of Rabbi Yishmael from which the oral law is derived. Psalm 30 is on page 14. We can be seated, by the way. Psalm 30 is on page 14. Mizmor she'yer chanukat habayit leDavid, aramim chadonai gdi l'teni v'l'sumachto ve'Adonai el ha'shivate elech v'tefeni. Adonai ha'elim etavin shol nafshi chayit zamir zamir l'chasdav v'od l'zech kodsho ki rega b'vo chaim v'tero b'rav yom. Fachte mispide lemach oli v'takta so give it is v'tazini simcha leman yizamech v'lo yidom Adonai el hai le'olam odecha. The mourner's Kaddish is on page 15. Those who, like myself, are saying Kaddish for somebody, you can rise now and join me for the mourner's Kaddish. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah. Be'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chaye chon uvyom echon v'chaye dechol beit Yisrael ba'agala uv'zman kariv v'imru amen.
Amen.
V'hei shmei Rabbah levarach le'alam almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal shemei dekudisha v'richu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechamata, Damiran ba'alma v'yimru amen.
Amen.
Eish lama rabba min shamaya, v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen.
Amen.
Shalom b'mromav, v'yaseh shalom aleinu, al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen.
Amen.
We rise now for the Pusukei de Zimra. So this section of the service is really a warm-up for the tefillah. What we've done thus far has been kind of the preliminary prayers, like sort of the waking up, just the initial preparatory prayers. This one is really stirring ourselves to prepare ourselves for prayer. So I'm going to kind of rush through these, and you could find one that you love, focus on a word, a thought, or if you just want to close your eyes and meditate to open your heart to prepare for tefillah, for prayer, you can do that as well. We rise now. Baruch she'amar v'haya ha'olam baruch hu baruch hoseh v'reshit baruch hu me'oseh baruch hu mekayim baruch merachem ala ha'aretz baruch merachem ala briot baruch meshalem sakatov le're'av baruch hay la'avagam le'netzach baruch odeh matzil baruch shemo baruch adonai melech ha'avraham Yachid chel mi melech mishubach v'yad shemo hagadol baruch Adonai melech mehulal b'tishbachot. We can be seated. We're on page 17. התפללו בשם קודשו ישמח למקשה אדוני דרשו לזו ובקשו פניו תמיד זכרו נאותיו אשר עשה מובטיו ומשפטיו. הוא אדוני אלוהינו בכל הארץ משפטיו זכרו לזו. שירו לאדוני כל הארץ. Vasru miyom yoshotu sapra v'govid kodo v'chol amim niflotav ki gadol eloheinu מאוד ונורהו al kol Elohim ki kol Elohei amim elelim v'Adonai shemahim asa. We rise on page 20 for Psalm 100. We rise Mizmor l'todah Hariu Adonai kol haaretz yivdu et Hashem b'simcha yivdu et Hashem b'simcha bo'u lefanav b'nana lefanav b'nana. Yadadai, 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 yadadai. Duki Adonai Elohim hu son of Elohim nachad v'lam tzomari tov osharat v'dadat ki tov Adonai lelam chastov ador v'dor emunato. We can be seated again. The Ashrei is on 21. Ashrei Yoshvei v'techa od yahalelu chasela Ashrei am shekachla Ashrei shalom. Malchut Hamulchut Kol Olamim Mishaltach Bachot over Dor Samechal in the Kol La Chol in Echol Lecha Yisabi Vetan Techa who must be the Choveretzon Sadik Adonai Bachot the Rachav Hasabekum Asar Karov Len Tihilat Adonai Adaber Pi Vayverek Basashim Kodsho Lelam Vedve Nachnu Navarechya Et Havi Adolam Hallelujah. Psalm 149 is on 25. Hallelujah. Shiru Ladonai Shir Chadash. Sing to God a new song. Tilata Bakal Chasidim. Yismach Yisabasav B'nei Tzion Yagila. Leheso Malche Bezikim V'nitlehem Mechavaz Alasot Behem Mishpat Katuv Hador Holochol Chasidav. Hallelujah. Psalm 150. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Kodsho hallelujah. Uzo hallelujah. Be guru tab hallelujah. 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 Vitzil tzele shama. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Vitzil tzele trua. Kol haneshama tehallelujah. Kol haneshama tehallelujah. Hallelujah. 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 Kol haneshama tehallelujah. Hallelujah. Baruch Adonai Elam. Baruch Adonai Elohim Elohei Yisrael Osei Niflot Levado Baruch Shem Kvodo Le'elam V'Melech V'Odot Kol Haaretz Amen Ve'Amen. we rise for the last composition that King David made before he died. ויברך דוד את אדוני לנקוקיו ויאמר דוד ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהי ישראל אבינו ואבותינו לך אדוני מלכך ונצא לראש העושר. אתה הוא אדוני לבדך, אתה עשית את השמיים שישן כתבם הארץ וכל אשר עליה וכל אשר בהם, ואתה מכיר את כל המצווה השמיים לך משתחווים. אתה הוא אדוני למי שבחרת באברהם וזיתו מהקסדים. שמת שמו אברהם ומצאת את לבבו נאמן לפניך וחרות עמו הברית אתן את ארץ כנען היחיתי כי צדיק אתה. והים בקעת לפניהם ויערבו תחים ביבשה, את רודפיהם ישלח להם וצנות כמו אבן במים עזים. Page 27. ויושע אדוני ביום ההוא את ישראל מיד מצרים מת על שפת הים. והירא ישאל את היד הגדולה אשר עשה אדוני במצרים וירומת אדוני וימינו ואדוני ובמשה עבדו. The song of the sea, the song the Israelites sang when they were liberated from Egypt. Az yishir Moshe uvenei yasot ashir azot Adonai. Yimincha Adonai adar bekoch yimincha Adonai tirat oev urovu teres kamecha teres shechon chayim uveruach hapecha nir b'mayim minitzvah kamod nez nozlim kaftavush. מי כמוך ולמלמי כמוך נדר בקודש תורתי לא תוסיפה לה נתיתיה ימינך תבלה עם הארץ ניחית וחסו עם זגלת אלה מואב יוחזה מאורע דמו כל קויו שחנן עד יעבור מה עד זוקנית אדוני מלך כי לאדוני מלוכה משה וגויים על המושים רצה לשפוט את תריסיו והייתה לאדוני מלוכה והיה אדוני למלך כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד. We can be seated. So we are now on page 29 with the Yishtabach. ישתבח שמך לעד מלכנו האל המלך הגדול והקדוש. ברכות ועודות בית הוויית עולם ברוך אתה אדוני אל מלך גדול בתשבחות אל העודות אדון הנפלאות הבקר אשר זמרה מלך מלכי העולמים. Now, normally, if we were not in the sort of separated shelter at home state that we're in, we would join together for the Baruch Hu now, but because we're not properly constituting a minyan right now, we don't do the prayers that require a prayer quorum with the exception of the mourner's Kaddish, which we are doing. And so we can be seated now for the Yotzer prayer, which is right here. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam yotzer or v'rei choshech oseh shalom u'v'rei et hakol ha'me'ir la'aretz v'devrei Mavra b'masach Adonai kol machom v'zitim al ha'aretz k'ninech ha'melech ha'ramam le'vado be'az ha'mishbach v'hav machram v'zanei olam eskav v'adnei elbro Pinatot kadoshim rei shaddai t'mitzvot tiprach Dechav Alma Oshas Frucha Sella Titbarach Tzeren Malkena Vergolin Bergedishtim Shivashim Chala Amalkenu Yitzarish Devishim Bashemishtim Kulam Kulam Huvim Kulam Berim Kulam Giburim Kulam Osim Be'ema Uviaraton Kulam Kulam Hochim Epem Gdushavatara Bishavatazimara Mavarchim Bashabchim Farim Amaratim Maktishim Mamlichim Shem Ha'el Hamelach Hagadol Hagibaran Kadoshu Kulam Makablim Alam Mochut Shamaim Zemize Evidutnim Shutzer Zelahatish Liotzara Manach Ruach Safarovin Makudusha Kulam Kechad Onim Omim B'Yira Kadosh 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 Adonai Tzevot Meloch Kol Haaretz Kevodo Hovin Echad HaKodesh Parash Kadol Sim Lamat Tevim Latam Shavchim Omrim Baruch Kevod Adonai Mihim Komo Le'el Baruchim Telvim He who lifted up all Gevurot say Chadashot Ba'al Mechamot. Sorry, Tziddik Matzmi Yeshua Report Naruto. Adon Hanif Al Hamechadish B'du B'chol Yom Tevim Seberishir Kamol Ose Olim Orim Gedol Kilamaso. Or Chadash El Tio the Evanis Kehlin Meherla Oro Baruch Ata Adonai Yotzer Hama Orot. Page 32 is the Ahava Rabba of Tana. Avinu Makinu Babo Telu Shivach B'Chava Tamim Chayim Avinu Avraham Rachim Alim Skill Shvonim V'ha'erneinu b'toratecha v'dabek leveinu b'mitzvotecha v'yachel levaveinu le'ahava u'yara et shemecha v'lo nevosh le'olam va'ed v'lo nevosh le'olam va'ed ki v'shem Kodshecha Hagadol v'hanora v'atachnu Nagila v'nismecha Nagila v'nismecha V'yeshuatecha V'havienu l'shalom Arba kunvot ha'aretz V'talichenu kol mi'ir le'artzenu Ki el po'el Yeshua ata V'navachadam ekol am v'lashon V'kerev tanu l'shim ha'gadol salab emet L'hadot l'chal yichadcha be'ahava Baruch Ata Adonai, Abocher Be'emo Yisrael Be'ahava Melech Be'eman. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha B'chol levavecha u'b'chol nafshecha ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. In the middle of 33, and on the following page, we continue with the second and third paragraphs of the Shema. למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם. We're in the middle of 34. Emet v'yisiv v'nechon v'kayam v'yishar v'na'man v'ahuz v'chaviv v'nechmad v'adiv. לא דור ודור הוא קיים ושמו קיים חיסונך ומלכות ונאמנות לעד קיימת ודבריו חיים נחמדים לעד ואומרים האמת שאתה הוא הרענו לדבר אבותינו מלכנו מלך אבותינו גואל אבותינו יוצאנו צור שבתנו בתנו אמצילנו מעלם שמך אין אלוהים זולתך. כל בחרים הרגת ובכך גאלת וים תקבעת ודים דיברת ודים העברת ואחסו מים סרם אחד מהם לא נותר על זאת שבחו ויברוב קדמנו משהו תהילות נאל על יום רוח וברק משה ובני ישראל לך ענו שר בשמחה רבה ואמרו כולם מי כמוך באלים אדוני מי כמוך נדר בקודש נורא תהילות עושה פלא שירה חדשה שיבחו גאולים לשמך על שפת הים יחד כולם הודו והמליכו ואמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. We're going to rise now in advance of the Amidah. And the Amidah is the regular weekday Amidah, but with additions for the for Chol HaMoed, which are in the Ritzei prayer. So just look out for those additions that says for Chol HaMoed. We face east, wherever you are, you'll face east for the tefillah. And take the time you need, and when you finish the Amidah, you can be seated, and then we'll continue together. Tzur Yisrael, Kuma be'ezrat Yisrael, Uftechin mecha Yehuda ve'Yisrael, Go aleinu Adonai Tzevaot Shemo, Kadosh Yisrael, Baruch Atah Adonai. Ose shalom bimbramav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. I want to just pause here for a moment and just to welcome all of you. Some of you jumped on a little bit after we started, so I want to say welcome. I mean, we knew that when we went to streaming services, we might have some people who really wanted to daven with us, but this is such a fabulous surprise, and what a happy coincidence that it's Elias's bar mitzvah. All of you joining us today in prayer. I wanted just to say to Elias, this is such a significant day, and we're so proud of the work that you've done. And for those who aren't familiar, Elias, sorry, I'm going to put you on the spot for just a minute, as you're going to be our model. So Elias is now, because he's considered to be responsible for his own actions and his own relationship to God in the Jewish tradition. So he's wearing a tallis, that is this prayer shawl, and he's wearing these tefillin, which are things that Jewish people, both of these things are Jewish things that Jewish people have been wearing for 3,000 years. And they're things that you don't put on until you've turned 13. And he's done a lot of work to get here and done a lot of learning. And I also want to acknowledge his teacher, Barb Schwartz, who is here with us, who's done an amazing job with Elias, as she does with all of the kids that she works with. So I just wanted to welcome want to say welcome to everybody. And I believe, is that the Hornbecker parents or the grandparents with us? We're so delighted you guys are here. Welcome. We're so thrilled to have you with us. So now, because it is Chol HaMoed, because it's the festival of Passover, so there's an additional part of the service that we do before we get to the Torah service, and that is called the Hallel. So we're going to join together for the Hallel. And even if you don't know the Hebrew of the Hallel, there's a lot for you to kind of sing along to and to jam with and to hum with us, even if you don't know the Hebrew. But let me get us there to the Hallel. 1 second. We need to leapfrog here. Whoops. Okay, we rise for the Hallel, which is on page 50. We rise for the Hallel. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu likro et hallel. Hallelujah, hallelujah, Adonai, hallelujah, Shem Adonai, He Shem Adonai. Mekimim afadam eshpot yarim evyon oshivim in bidei amo moshiv yakir tabayit im habanim semecha. Hallelujah. B'tzeit Yisrael mi Mitzrayim, Beit Yaakov me'am lo'ez. Hayta Yehuda lekodsho, Yisrael mamshelotav. Hayam ra'ah v'yanos hayarden, Yisov le'achor he'harim ra'tuchenim, Gevaot kivnei itzon. Okay, and here's where you guys repeat after me. Malech hayam,
Malech hayam,
Titanus,
Titanus,
Hayarden,
Hayarden,
Tisov le'achor,
Tisov le'achor,
He'harim,
He'harim,
Yirkeduche elim,
Yirkeduche elim,
Gevaot,
Gevaot,
Kivnei Tzon.
Kivnei Tzon.
Milifnei Adon.
Ilifnei Adon.
Uli Haaretz.
Uli Haaretz.
Milifnei
Ilifnei
Elohai Yaakov.
Elohai Yaakov.
Ahochi Hazor.
Avchi Hatur.
Agahamayim.
Agamayim.
Alamish.
Alamish.
Lemaino Mayim.
Lemaino Mayim.
Okay, we skip that and we go right to
No.
Lo hameti mi hallelujah lo kol yodedima v'anachnu nevarchim yetav yad olam hallelujah. Page 53, Ma'ashiv Adonai kol Adonai. יקר בני אדוני המבת לחסידבן, אדוני ואני עבדך, אני עבדך בין עמיתך שפתחת למוסרי, לך אזבח סבב תודה בשם אדוני אקרא, נדרי לאדוני ירושלם נגדה נא לכל עמו בחצות בית אדוני בתוככי ירושלים. הללויה. הללו את אדוני, כל גויים שבחוהו, שבחוהו, כל האומים, כי גבר עלינו חסדו ואמת, Adonai leolam hallelujah. Now I sing each of these lines and you repeat after me. Hodu l'Adonai ki tov ki leolam chasdo. Yomarna Yisrael ki leolam chasdo. Yomruna v'taharon ki leolam chasdo. Yomruna yireh Adonai ki leolam chasdo. Min hametzah, we're on page 54. Min hametzah karati ya Adonai beberchavya Adonai lilo yilama yaseli Adam Adonai lil ba'ozrai. Ki goyim sivuni v'shem Adonai ki amalayim sivuni. Korina v'shua bele tzadikim. Korina v'shua bele tzadikim. Yamin Adonai osachayil. Yamin Adonai osachayil. Yamin Adonai romema. Yamin Adonai osachayil. Amut ki ichye asaperen b'osmiya. Pitchuli sharet tzedek avovam odeya ze hashor l'Adonai tzadikim yavo odecha ki anitani vatili lishua odecha ki anitani vatili lishua even ma'asu habonim hayta lerosh pina even ma'asu habonim hayta lerosh pina me'et Adonai hayta zot hi niflat be'eneinu me'et Adonai hayta zot hi niflat be'eneinu ze hayom asa Adonai Nagila v'nismecha bo ze hayom asa Adonai Nagila v'nismecha bo. We're on page 55 of the Sim Shalom. Anna Adonai Hoshiana.
Ana Adonai Hoshiana.
Anna Adonai Hoshiana.
Ana Adonai Hoshiana.
Anna Adonai Hatzlichana.
Anu Adonai Hatzlichana.
Anna Adonai Hatzlichana.
Anu Adonai Hatzlichana.
Kitov ki leolam chasto yalu charani kol hasecha chasi dachet tzedki maser v'tzenecha kol am chabet Yisrael parina yidu yichol yishkol ki lecha tov hodot ulishimcha na'el zamer ki me'elam ad olam ata el baruch ata Adonai melech mehulal v'tishbachot. Okay, we are going to continue. By the way, you guys sound great. We're going to continue now with the service of the reading of the Torah, which I will find in one moment. 65. Okay, so we don't do the service of the Torah itself, but we are going to read. Now, here's what's a little bit different. We're going to read the traditional reading, and then Elias is going to read the Maftir from Parshat Shmini, and I'll explain why. So originally on the bar mitzvah date that we had planned for Elias, it would have been expected for him to read Parshat Shmini, but today is very special. We wouldn't expect him to read it, but because we thought that this gentleman who has so many people who love him and support him and his family and want to watch him at this important milestone in his life, for reasons I won't bore you with, having to do with Jewish law, we couldn't involve you all and have you present here in the way you're present today visually on Shabbat. And so we moved him to the weekday service where normally he wouldn't be doing the readings that he's doing. But we thought that it would be perfect for him to add his reading, what he had prepared to chant Torah before his community and before the people who love him, and to chant Haftarah as well. But first, I'm going to do the reading for today. And so give me a moment to call that up on my computer. And for the time being, I'll let you admire each other as I go do that. One second, I just have to get to it. Okie dokie, I'm going to share with you my screen again. All right, and I'm going to read the Hebrew here, and then we're going to get to Elias in just a moment. So the aliyot here are for through the first 16 verses, and this has to do with the consecration of the firstborn. So this is God redeeming the firstborn, just like the Israelite children were thrown into the Nile. So there is a sort of corresponding redemption of the firstborn that God offers as the way to demonstrate a tikkun, and that is a repair, a rectification, and the demonstration that they're the faith and justice in the world. וידבר אדוני אל משה לאמור, קדש לי כל בכור שפטר, כל רחם בבני ישראל, באדם ובבהמה לי הוא. ויאמר משה אל העם, זכור את היום הזה אשר יצאתם ממצרים מבית עבדים, כי בחוזק יד הוציא אדוני אתכם מזה, ולא יאכל חמץ היום אתם יוצאים מחודש האביב. והיה קביעך אדוני אל את הכנעני, והחיתי והאמורי, והחיבי והיבוסי, אשר נשבע לבטח לתת לך ארץ זבת חלב ודבש, ועבדת את העבודה הזאת בחודש הזה 7 ימים תאכל מצות, וביום השביעי חג לאדוני, מצות יאכל את 7 הימים, לא יראה לך חמץ, ולא יראה לך שעור בכל גבולך, והגדת לבנך ביום ההוא לאמור, בעבור זה עשה אדוני לי בצאתי ממצרים, והיה לכלות על ידך, לזכרון בין עיניך למען תהיה תורת אדוני בפיך, כי ביד חזקה הוציאך אדוני ממצרים. ושמרת את החוקה הזאת למועדה ימימה. והיה כי יביאך אדוני אל ארץ הכנעני אשר נשבע לך לאבותיך, ונתת לך ועברת כל פטר רחם לאדוני, כל פטר שגר בהמה, אשר יהיה לך לזכרים לאדוני, כל פטר חומר תפתה בשה, ואם לא תפתה וערבתו, וכל בכור אדם בבניך תפתה, והיה כי ישעך בנך עמך לאמור זאת, אמרת אלה בחוזק יד, הוציאנו אדוני ממצרים מבית עבדים, ויהי כי הקשה פרעה לשלחנו, והירוג אדוני כל בכור בארץ מצרים מבכור אדם ועד בהמה. כן, אני זובח לאדוני כל פטר רחם הזכרים וכל בכור בני אפתה, והיה לאות על ידך ולטוטפות בין עיניך, כי בחוזק יד הוציאנו אדוני ממצרים. So in some ways, this Torah reading, which is actually the Torah reading for yesterday, but yesterday, for those who were there yesterday, or on Sunday, I inadvertently read today's reading, so I switched them up. This could not be a more perfect reading for recognizing this moment in Elias's life, both because there are references to the relationship between the generation that was brought out of Egypt and the following generation, and imagining what we will teach our children, and also because there's a reference to the tefillin that Elias is wearing for the first time as part of in the context of his community, and so it's a perfect introduction. And Elias, I want to just recognize you here for a moment, and so in lieu of the Maftir reading that we would normally do, we are going to read the Maftir, or Elias is going to chant the section that he prepared now. So Elias, now is your moment. And as you get ready, I just want to recognize that, let me just shift gears. So the part that we just chanted together, or the part that you just heard me chant, is from the book of Exodus. And that's the cycle for the Passover reading, because we're in the middle of Passover right now. And what Elias is going to chant is from the book of Leviticus, and deals with a different material altogether. So Elias, I want to invite you in a nice clear voice that we can all hear to chant what will serve as our Maftir reading today, our additional reading today.
Ki ani Adonai Hama'aleh etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liyot lachem le'elohim item kedoshim ki kadosh ani zot Torat ha'behema והאור, והוא נפש החיה, הרובצת ברעים, וכל נפש אשר יצא הארץ, להבדיל בין הטמא והטהור, ובין החיה הנאכלת, ובין החיה אשר לא תאכל.
Wow, Yasher Koach. Let's see some fingers up for Elias. Beautifully, beautifully chanted, Elias. So, yeah. So, Elias, I highlighted you, so you're big on the screen right now. I don't know how to make you unbig on the screen, but you did a beautiful job. And that, by the way, it was meant to be because your Maftir, what you just chanted, fits so beautifully with the theme of Passover, and God reminding us once again that God brought us out of Egypt. So what I want to do now is before we continue, we're going to take off our tefillin. Those who are wearing tefillin are going to take off tefillin, starting with our head tefillin. And the reason for this is because during the Chagim, during the festivals, there's a tradition among some people that the festivals which are a sign, and the tefillin, which are also a sign, that we shouldn't wear them both. That is a sign of the covenant between us and God and God's promise. We don't wear them both at the same time, just like you don't wear tefillin on Shabbat. And so some people don't wear them at all. Other people wear them for part of the service and take them off for part of the service. So those wearing tefillin should take them off now. I should have had him take us off at Hallel, but you won't tell anyone. So we'll take just a moment for this. So as we're putting these away, I want to say, Elias, I don't think it's too much to say that you chanted that perfectly, and I know that your parents are kfelling, and that your teacher Barb is also should be kfelling in any event, because you chanted beautifully and with perfect diction and trope. The melodies were also perfect. So I wanted to say to you that was really beautiful. Okay, give me one moment here. Okay, so I'm gonna, in just a moment, Elias is actually gonna chant the Haftarah. So this too is very unusual, that we would be asking Elias to chant Haftarah during the weekday. But because of the circumstance that I already explained to you, we thought this was a beautiful opportunity to have him demonstrate his learning before the community. So this is the reading from the prophets that we would have read, that we would be reading this coming Shabbat. So 1 second, let me just get it before you so you can see what he's reading. 1 second. Okay, so Elias, are you ready to chant the Haftarah?
Should I do my Avar Torah first?
No, I'll tell you what. That's what let's have you do the Haftarah and then do the Devar Torah. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yosef od David et kol bachur b'Yisrael shloshim alef vayakom vayelech David v'chol ha'am Asher ito Iba'ale Yehuda V'ha'alot Bishab Et Arov Ha'elohim Asher Dikra Shem Shabbat Adai Tzavaot Yosef HaKravi Allah Vayerkivu Atarod Ha'elohim Elagala Chadasha Vayisa'uhu Mibeit Avinadab Asher Bagiva Uzavah Yo Bedek Avidadab Dohagib Et Ha'agala Chadasha Vayisa'uhu Mibeit Avinadab Asher Bagiva Yib Arod Ha'elohim Ach Yo O Holech Lifnei Ha'arod David B'chol Beit Yisrael Mesahakim Lifnei Adonai B'chol Atzei Roshim Uvhinarot, Uvhinvalim, Uvtupim, Uvhinaim, Uvtzeltzelim, Vayava'u ad Goren Nahon, Vayishlach Uzzah, El Avron, Ha'elohim, Vayoches Bo, Ki Shanatu Abakar, Vayicharav, Adonai Uzzah, Vayakehu Sham Ha'elohim Al Hashal Vayamut Sham Im Aaron Ha'elohim Vayichal David Al Asher Paratz Adonai Peretz Be'uzah Vayikra Ramakom Haku Peretz Uzzah Ad Hayom Hazel Vayira David Et Adonai Vayom Haku Vayomer Yavo Elai Aron Adonai V'ava David V'hasir Elav Et Aron Adonai Al Ir David Vayatehu David Beit Obed-Edom Hagiti Vayeshev Aron Adonai Beit Obed-Edom Hagiti Shosha Chodashim Vavarach Adonai Et Obed-Edom Vekupito Vayugad Melech David Lebor Merach Adonai Et Beit Obed-Edom Vekupashelo For Aaron Ha'elohim Vayilech David Vayal Et Aaron Ha'elohim Beit Obed-Edom Ir David B'Shivcha Vayi Ki Tza'adu Se'ei Aaron Adonai Shishat Se'adi Vayizbach Shor Umri David Bachar Ker B'chol Oz Lifnei Adonai David Chagur Ephod Bad David B'chol Beit Yisrael Ma'alim Et Aaron Adonai B'teruah Kol Shofar V'haya arod Adonai ba'ir David v'lichbata'u nishkefa ba'ad hachalot ba'ter et hamelech David v'pazes u'kayeh Lifnei Adonai v'tivez lo v'liba v'yaviu tarod Adonai v'yatziu oto b'kamo v'toch ha'ohel asher natan lo David v'ya'al David olot lifnei Adonai u'shlamim v'chal David ha'alot ha'olam v'hashlamim v'varach et ha'am b'shem Adonai Tzilaot Yachalek v'cham v'hamon Yisrael le'ish v'adisha le'ish chalak lechem achad v'shpar achad v'adishisha echad v'yelech kol ha'am ish le'beito v'yashuv David levarach et beito v'tetzeh Michal bat Shaul לקראת David ותאמר ונכבד היום מלך ישראל אשר נגלה היום לעיני אמהות עבדיו כי לגלות אחד הריקים ויאמר דוד על מיכל לפני אדוני בחר בי מעביר ומקובתו וצבו אותי נגיד או עם אדוני או ישראל ושיחתי לפני אדוני ונקלותי עוד מזאת והייתי שפני עם המעות אשר אמרת אמא יכבדה ומיכל בת שאול לא היה לה ילד עד יום מותה ויהי כי ישב המלך בביתו ואדוני הניחו מסביב בכל אויביו ויאמר המלך אלתן הנביא ראה אנוכי יושב בבית ארזים וארון האלוהים יושב בתוך הריאה ויאמר נתן אל המלך כל אשר לך עשה כי אדוני עמך ויהי בלילה ההוא ויהי דבר די אל נתן לאמור לך פרמתה ותהי לדוד כה אמר אדוני האתה תבנה לי בית לשבתי כי לא ישבתי בבית ומיום העלותי את בני ישראל ממצרים ועד היום הזה ואהיה מתהלך באוהל ובמשכן בכל אשר התהלכתי בכל בני ישראל הדבר דיברתי את אחד שבטי ישראל אשר ציוויתי לראות את עמי בישראל Lemor, Lama, Love Nitan, Li Beit, Arazim, Va'ata, Kotomar, Lavdi, David, Ko Amar, Adonai Tzavaot, Ani L'kachticha Min Hanavel, Ma'achar Hatzon, Liot Nagi, Omi, O Yisrael, Ve'eye Yimacha, Beho,
Micah, no, I'll take him outside.
Asher Halachta, Bachritat, Koyevecha, Mipanecha, Va'asiti Lecha, Shem Gadol, Kishem Hagadolim, Asher Ba'aret, V'samti Makom, Lami, L'Yisrael, Tavti, V'shaham, Tav, V'lo Yirgad, Oh, Yosifu, B'nei Allah, Ma'anoto, Ka'asher, Barisona, Umin Hayom, Asher, Ziviti, Shabbatim, Omi Israel, Ani Choti Lecha, Mikol Yevecha, Agib Lecha, Adonai, Ki Vai Ya'asel Ha Adonai, Ki Imu Yamecha, V'shachata Tavatecha, Eta Akimati Tzaracha Aharecha, Asher Yetze Mimecha, Achinoti Et Mamakto, Yibnei Beit Lishmi, V'chonanti Et Kiseh Mamakto, Adolam, Ani Elo Av, Vahu Yeli Leven, Asher Avoto, V'chachtiv B'shevet Anashim, Uvnei Asher Harisona. Oops, no, Hariso. Hasirutim Milofanecha. B'nei Amam B'techa, Mamachtecha. Adolam Lofaneha Kiseha. Yeh Adolam. Kachol Advarim Ha'elech. V'chachol Achizayo. Hazeh Cain Diber Natan El David.
Yasher Koach. Yasher Koach, Elias.
Mazel tov.
Really nicely done. Really nicely done.
Mazel tov, excellent.
Excellent job.
Yasher Koach.
So that's a really special thing for those who joined late. A special thing to first of all to chant Haftarah during the weekday. We don't normally do that, but because of this special guy and the special moment in his life of his family and the way things are working out, this was the best way to connect with his community and to demonstrate his learning. So for those who are not familiar with this, so much work goes into what he just did. There's so many different skills that that a bar mitzvah or a bat mitzvah is asked to integrate. Reading of the Hebrew, and there's the vowels that you have to learn, and there's the trope, the melody system that you have to learn, and so much work went into that moment. And Elias, we're really, really proud of you. And I just wanted to say Yasher Koach. So now, Elias, if you would share with us some of your insights into the parashah that was your Torah portion that you would be talking about for this Shabbat, which is, let me just set it up for people. So this is Parshat Shmini. It was the Torah portion that was chosen for Elias's bar mitzvah. And so he's going to share some insights. Parshat Shmini is the Torah portion in which the the tabernacle, the sanctuary, which has been described way back starting in the book of Exodus and then built during the book of Exodus and then finally set up at the end of the book of Exodus, the process of its inauguration, so they can actually begin using this new place where they'll gather to worship God and make offerings to God. The inauguration of that space happens during the book of Leviticus, and it culminates on the 8th day. Shmini means the 8th. The 8th day, as the whole community of Israel is gathered around, and they are sort of at this highlight moment of their lives, and then suddenly this trauma unfolds as they're gathering as a community, and they witness that Aaron's 2 sons who approach to give their inauguration offering die in the presence of the altar. And the tradition says that fire leaps out of the altar. Actually, the tradition tells us that the fire goes into their nostrils, which I always thought was a pungent image. And they die right there in the presence of their father, in the presence of the whole community. So it's a very, very striking moment, that right at this moment when we would expect to celebrate and to be kind of at our spiritual high moment, that actually there's a tragedy. And the question is, what does this mean for the community? How do they explain to themselves why it happened? And Elias is going to share his insights into Parshat Shmini. So Elias, when you're ready, please share your thoughts.
Shmini, my Torah portion is about the 2 sons of Aaron, Nadav and Avihu. These 2 young men were standing at the altar, eager to show their love to God. They took their correct hands and brought them to the altar. Then there they were struck down by God. Let's talk about that. For the Jews, you have to understand, this was a really big event. They had just built the Mishkan, or in other words, the tabernacle. The Mishkan holds the Torah, but it's also a place commanded by God to be built by the Jewish people, where the Jews can feel and be in a place of presence of God. So when Nadav and Avihu just made up their own rules and walked to the altar, God was understandably mad. How dare they? They were supposed to be role models. And here they were in the presence of God, entering because they wanted to. That's not okay. I think that God wanted to teach them a lesson, and a lesson to the Israelites who were observing everything that happened. I learned throughout my studies that this was not the first time that the brothers were in the presence of God. Earlier in Exodus 10, when they were climbing up Mount Sinai, God asked them to stop in the middle of their tracks when asking their father Aaron and their uncle Moses to continue. It must have felt disappointing to Nadav and Avihu. I wonder if this impacted their choice to enter the Mishkan and disrupt things. This made me think of a couple of things. First, was God overreacting? Personally, I don't think so. 7 days prior, they created the Mishkan. They weren't commanded to enter, but they did so anyways. Perhaps they were being selfish and God wanted to set an example. Even if they wanted to show their love and devotion to God, this was not the time or the place. A better way, in my opinion, to show respect would have been to do what God commanded and only what God commanded. Some rabbis say that Nadav and Avihu were drunk. I've never been drunk personally, but I know that you somewhat lose control when you're drunk. You're not at your best, so how could Nadav and Avihu be respectful and at their best if they were wasted? Furthermore, this is no excuse for disrespecting God. My parents have taught me that you always have to be responsible and respectful to God. You can't blame things on others, even if you're drunk. In conclusion, what I take away from this parsha is that above all else, you will have to be respectful of God no matter what. It can be hard to remember that even when we have big feelings or we get excited and feel impulsive. So before you act, take a deep breath and remember, you can't blame your behavior on anything but yourself. There are a number of people I'd like to thank who have helped me on this long journey. My little sister Inez, just for being there when I needed it the most. I would also like to thank my parents for driving me to Hebrew tutoring, helping me practice, and reminding me that I can get through this bar mitzvah. I also want to thank my tutor, Barb, Thank you also to my friends and family who are watching from afar. I wish we could all be together.
Beautiful. Thank you, Elias. That is such a deep and heavy teaching. That's such a really, really great. I also wanted to say that I pushed both Elias and Deborah. I wanted to make sure that what Elias was saying was like really something he felt, because I felt like, you know, is this really true to who you are? Like what you're saying about, you know, about Nadav and Avihu. And because a lot of people read that and kind of, I think the common reading about the story, the common way to view it is that God has overreacted and God did something wrong. And so you took, I think you took a kind of unusual stand in a really good way, and that really demonstrated your independence of thinking. And I really appreciated that about what you said. There's some really wonderful words that you said. We're so proud of you, Elias. You've done so much. And I actually now want to invite your mama to say some words. Deborah, if you're there, hold on one second.
All right, thank you so much. I'm going to be speaking today on behalf of me and my husband, Chris. When we began planning and talking about your bar mitzvah, Elias, a little over a year ago, this was not the bar mitzvah that either of us had envisioned. I know that we discussed a non-traditional bar mitzvah for you, but a bar mitzvah amidst a global pandemic wasn't exactly what any of us had in mind. Although I must say that a bar mitzvah in the midst of an actual pandemic during Passover will be great fodder for your college admission essay one day. A year ago, when you began your bar mitzvah prep, you told me that you didn't think that you could do it. It was too much to learn, and you didn't think you could stand up on the bima in front of our community and family and friends and read from the Torah. Even though you were scared about your bar mitzvah, I knew that you could do it. Even though it terrified you, I wanted you to have the experience of feeling afraid and pushing through and doing it anyways. And I think you really accomplished that today. And your dad and I are so proud of you. It goes without saying that I wish that we could be with family and friends today. And there would have been some folks who we would have called up to do an aliyah for you. So I just want to mention their names briefly. My buddy Julie Newman, Leslie Rukin, Kelly Oxer, Roy Kaufman, Claire Kaufman, Serena Leedy, Jen and Seth Litwin. And you know, your Uncle Milton, who wouldn't have been able to travel here today, is here watching you, and I know he's really proud of you too. And your aunt and your cousins, and there's so many people watching you today. So from all of them, I want to say mazel tov. My parents have both passed, but if they were here, they would be so proud of you and all of your hard work. And even friends of my mom, the ladies from North Willow, who I grew up with, are watching you today. And so, you know, there is this sort of sweetness and bitterness of being in this situation today. There are people who wouldn't have been able to be here today and watch you, and they're all so proud of you. So mazel tov. And also thank you to the rabbi for all of your help.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I want to say also, I want to say thank you. First of all, I want to say thank you to Jude, whose idea it was to move the bar mitzvah to the weekday. And I want to say thank you to Deborah and Chris for rolling with all of this under really trying circumstances. And of course, Elias, to you as well. Again, not just for the work that you did to get here and for your commitment, what was really, you know, difficult learning, but also for rolling with it. You know, this unfolded under circumstances that, as your mom so beautifully said, was just not expected. And Chris and Deborah, the two of you, and Inez also in her own way, and Elias, you guys really embraced the challenges and therefore the opportunities of this moment. So Elias, I want to usually I do this on the bima by putting my hands on somebody's shoulders. And I can't do that, but I want to just offer these words. There you go. Beautiful. Thanks, Annette. Yeah. So I want to just offer you these words of blessing that I always say to people when they, to bar and bat mitzvahs, when they cross this moment of demonstrating their belonging in the Jewish community. And these are the words that Aaron used to use to bless the Jewish people. We learn them from Aaron. We bless our children with them every Friday night. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you and keep you. Ye'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. May God's light shine radiantly upon you and be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yisim lecha shalom. May God lift up God's face to you and bless you and all of us with peace. Mazel tov, Elias. You've done a really beautiful job. I also, I hope that one day, Elias, one day when all of this madness and difficulty is behind us as a community and as a global community, we'll be able to welcome you up to the Bima to have you do an Aliyah and to recognize formally your bar mitzvah at that moment.
Okay.
Yeah, he's chomping at the bit, but we'll get you up there in due time. I do want to, I want to offer a prayer for healing right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up, and when I pause in the Hebrew, if you want to share the name of somebody you're thinking of who's in need of healing, please do that. Misha berach avotenu Avraham Yitzchak Yaakov, hu yivarech v'yirpeh et hacholim. You can unmute yourself and just share a name if you're thinking of somebody.
Walt Godkins.
Walt Hodkins.
Elaine Newman.
Lane Newman.
Rhonda Atwood.
Rhonda Allen.
William King.
Papo, William King.
Harold Poland.
Leah Bat Esther. Sorry, go ahead.
Lori Sackler.
Lori Sackler.
Harold Poland.
Harold Poland.
Bob Sparks.
Sparks.
Mazel Ram.
Mazel B'Dav Ram. Sorry, Aaron, go ahead. And I want to say all of those who are suffering from this terrible virus within our synagogue community, within the broader Portland Jewish community, and within, throughout the whole country and the entire world. May they quickly find healing, and may we quickly find a solution to this terrible scourge. HaKadosh Baruch Hu Yimlei Rachamim Alehem Lahachzikam Rapatam Yishlach Lehem Meher Refuah Shlema Min Hashemayim Refuah Nefesh Urefuah Haguf Hashtab Ba'agalav Zman Krivin Amar Amen. May God swiftly send them a complete healing from the heavens, a healing of body and also a healing of soul. We ask that this be done soon and it's near to us, and we say Amen. Amen. So we are going to continue now with the Musaf service, and again I want to say Elias Yasher Koach, and we're going to continue now with the Ashrei. So I have to get back to our Siddur. Give me one moment.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. So now we will go to 78. Okay, the concluding prayers can be found on page 78, I believe, 78 or 79. Ashrei Yoshvei V'techa Od Yehalalu Chasela Ashrei Hem Shekachalo Ashrei Ham Shadana Lahav Tehillah David Aramim Chalev Chanun Barachum Adonai Erchman Begrasset Tavaran. Shomer Adonai et kol vet kroshim yishmi Tehillat Adonai yadaber piv v'kvoseshim kodsho le'olam ved ve'anachnu navarach yami et havi ad olam. Hallelujah. Page 80. Uva Letzion Goel Oshiv v'shum. מפי זרע זרעך אמר אדוני את הווה עולם אתה קדוש ששבתי איזה כרז ואמר קדוש 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 אדוני צבאות מלוך הארץ כבודו אדוני צבאות מלך על הארץ זה בעיקרי ותישאני רוח ואשמע אחרי כל רעש גדול ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד כי אתה אדוני טוב וסלח ורב חסד לכל קוראיך וצדקתך צדק. אדוני צבאות עמנו משגב לנו ולב גוב סלע אדוני צבאות אשר תפתח בך אדוני הושיע המלך יענה נביאים קראנו ברוך הוא אלוהינו. ברוך אלוהינו. ויבטחו בך ידי שמך כי לא עזבת דרשך אדוני אדוני חפץ סימן צדקו יגדיל תורה ואדיר. And we will continue with the Elenu. We rise for the Elenu. Elenu v'shabech la'adon ha'kol ateit gedula liyotzeh v'reshit shelo asanu k'goyi ha'aratzot v'lo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama shelo sam chelkenu kahem v'gohor aleinu kachol hamonam v'anachnu korim u'mushtachavim u'modim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu shehu noteh shamayim v'yosei haaretz ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגובי מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום והשבות אל לבבך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחת אין עוד. לתקן עולם החוץ שלי וכל בני וזר יקרוש לפניך. ככתוב בתורתך אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד. The mourner's Kaddish. Those who are saying Kaddish should remain standing. Everybody else can be seated. The mourner's Kaddish is on page 84. And I want to invite those who are saying Kaddish to share the name of the person you're remembering out loud. I am remembering Rabbi Emmanuel Rose, Harav Emmanuel Ben, Harav Avraham Yosef Vimalka.
My father, Moshe Ben Tzvi Hirsch.
Your father, Moshe Ben Tzvi Hirsch.
My mother, Anna Podemsky.
Your mother, Anna Podemsky. Anybody else?
My brother, Hal Cohen.
Your brother.
For my mother.
Zichronam Livracha. May their memories be a blessing. The mourner's Kaddish. Mourners should rise.
We're going to be like from a hidden.
Please put yourself on mute if you're not saying the Kaddish. Thank you. Yit Kadal, V'yit Kadash, Shemei Rabbah, Ve'alma Divrach Chilutei, V'yamlich Malchutei, V'chayechon, V'yomechon, V'chayei D'chol Beit Yisrael, Ba'agala U'lizman Kareem, Amru Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah, Mevarach, L'olam L'olam, Yitbarach, Yishtabach, Yitpa'ar, Yitromam, Yitnaseh, Yitadar, Yitaleh, Halal, Shmei, Yisha, Echu, Le'elam, Min Birkata, V'shirata, Tushbachata
V'nachemata,
Amiran
Amiram Bioma,
Amru Amen. Yehi Shlama Rabba Min Shamayim V'chaim Aleinu Ve'al Yisrael Amru Amen.
Amen.
Oseh Shalom B'mamav Uyaseh Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael Amru Amen. And we're going to read one more psalm. Actually, sorry, we're gonna now go to Musaf. I got confused and I had us do Elenu. We have to do a Musaf service. My apologies. 1 second here. Brr. One moment. Okay, page 103. My apologies, I screwed us up. So we're going to do a Musaf and then we'll do another Mourner's Kaddish. So the Musaf can be found on page 103. Whoopsie. Sorry about that, everybody. We should not have davened Elenu, but we did. So now we're going to do Musaf, and that's okay. The Musaf is on 103, and we rise for the Musaf. You face east for the Musaf. We rise. Oh, say shalom, Rabbi. Say shalom, Rabbi. Say remain. Okay, we're going to do a mourner's Kaddish now, and then we're going to do the song of the day, and then we'll do one more mourner's Kaddish. So those who are saying Kaddish, please rise. Now the rest of us can be seated. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shmei Rabba ve'alma divrach yirutei v'yamlich mechutei v'chayechon u'mechon v'chayet kol beit Yisrael ba'agala v'zman karev. Amen. Yehi shmei Rabba mevarach le'olam me'almaya yitbarach v'yishtabach yitbar v'yitmam v'yitnaseh
Yitadar, V'yitaleh,
v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal v'yitshri le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata d'miran v'alma v'yu amen. Yehi shmama Rabba min shamayim v'chayim aleinu ve'al Yisrael v'ru amen. Oseh shalom v'rama uya oseh shalom aleinu ve'al Yisrael v'ru amen. The Shir Shal Yom, the song for the day, is on page 86, and then we'll do another mourner's Kaddish to conclude. Hayom Yom Sheni B'Shabbat Yafe Nofesos Kol Haaretz Artzion Yikatev Yitzafon Kret Melech Ravel Himar Meditara Nora Mizkav Kine Oy Malachim Arado Avdu Yachta Henaru Kent Amu Niv'alu Nech Pazu. שיתו לי בכם לכלה פסקו עמל תלמן תסבור דרחון כי זה אלוהים אלוהינו עולם ואל הוא ינהגהו על מות. Whoops, hold on, I was going the wrong way. The mourner's Kaddish, those saying Kaddish should rise. Yitkadal, Yitkadash, Shemei Rabbah. Alma divrach yirutei v'yamlich machutei v'chayechon yomechon v'chayei b'chol beit Yisrael v'agala uv'zman karev amen. Yehi shmei Rabba mevarach le'olam yitbarach v'yishtabach yitbar v'yishomam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yithalach v'yithalach Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata d'amrata alma v'yu amen. Yehi shmama Rabba min shamaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'ru amen. Oseh shalom v'ramav oseh shalom aleinu kol Yisrael v'ru amen. Amen. I wanted to say again to Elias, I wanted to say Mazel Tov to Elias and to his whole family. And I wanted to thank everybody for joining us for this very special morning and the special davening. Our next Minyan together will be for Chag. And the Chag Minyanim for the last 2 days of Pesach are at 9:30. Each one starts at 9:30. Those will be streaming services. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a beautiful day.
Hang on.
Mazel Tov, Elias. Mazel Tov.
Rabbi?
Yeah.
Come back.
Mazel Tov, Elias.
Yeah, hi.
Torah class today at noon?
Yes, Torah class today at noon. Yep.
Thank you.
Yep, bye.
up
You have
these
sardines?
puzzles. I looked to see how much ink we had left, and the blue and the red were a little low. So I figured, well, I better order those. So I ordered the 3 colors. That was good. I made 3 of those eggs. I didn't realize none of those eggs had been used yet. The brown ones. And I made 3 strips of bacon. I couldn't wait. Yeah, if you buy that stuff, PJs, if you have a chance.
Yeah.
Gotta buy 1 for each.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because if you split it in half, it doesn't seem like it's enough. Now, a whole one may be a little bit too much, right? But half and half isn't enough. Those are pretty good. They only take what, like, I said those are pretty good. And they only take like a minute. I think. Ooh, it's a colorful fish $250,000. Oh, that was good. But so what was it, about an hour and a half?
Yeah, it was supposed to be an hour and a half. I think it was. The plan was an hour.
Oh. It says 12:44.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's about an hour and a half. Money'd be nice. this one really sucks. We good. Tom was saying Lauren went out to get plant food.
Yes, because that's all she eats.
So I sent her this article I just had read. One of these actors that played like Thor, Helmsworth or Lee or whatever the hell his name is. He had some problems like gallstones and stuff because he was vegan for the last 4 years.
Oh.
And the way he was eating, like, the green stuff you're supposed to be eating, like kale and stuff, he was having like 5 or 6 handfuls every breakfast. And
What?
kale, that's,
Kale?
really? Spinach, all that stuff. Yeah. So I think he was overdoing it.
Oh.
I mean, everything's in moderation, you know what I mean? Yeah. If it's good for you, it doesn't mean it's better for you by doubling up on it. Yeah. Because your body can't absorb or take care of some things. So calcified. So he had some problems with that. Plus, it was saying that he was jogging.
Uh-huh.
It was hard on his knees and his ankles. And Lauren does that.
Mhm.
Well, she's much lighter, obviously. But
Yes.
you're bouncing around and jarring all that stuff. So I sent her the article. And
Time
then,
to push that button, what?
you're right, yes, thanks. Talking about me or you? Yes. Me too. Thanks. Keep forgetting. And then Lauren said she had a refrigerator full of plant food.
Right. We're proud of her.
Refrigerator full of food and nothing to eat. Oh yeah, that's you, not me.
What?
The music. I'm going, oh, that's not me, that's you. Oh boy, I got a chocolate bunny here. Not even chocolate, it's just silver.
Silver bunny?
I got a silver bunny.
I got a gold one.
Well, I got a gold one for playing the
Oh,
game. Okay. Now I just got a silver one.
Oh.
You know, if you already have what they give you, then they give you like 50,000. So I got a silver and a gold one now. My team came in fourth. They sucked.
I don't like the news.
Yeah, I noticed. I
I
stopped
don't
playing.
like, look at this. Like, I don't want any of this shit.
The first two are always ridiculous.
Well,
And
some of
then-
these have been ridiculous too.
Yes. Yes, they
Lately.
have.
And I'm like,
Yes.
I'm not doing it. I'll just keep collecting my money until they do something I
Well,
like.
that's what I was doing. I said, well, I'll
this.
collect my money and it'll be time for push that button. I had my 450 points, so I got my free gold bunny. Is that everything that was in the bag?
Yep.
Oh,
Still in there.
I was wondering if that was a full load. Yeah, I noticed that the games have gotten worse because they're wanting $60 million like in 22 hours. Like, yeah, I don't think so. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Before they were doing like, if you did 10 spins, you got 4. If you did 20 spins, you got 8. They were making it really low, and now they're making it goofy.
Yeah, now they're making it just absolutely ridiculous. And they can kiss my ass if they think.
You tell them, dear.
Oh, good.
Good win. That's what it says. Good win. This Monopoly boardwalk has been pretty good the last couple days.
It needs to be a 10.
Hey, garbage in here.
That would be the recycle men, wouldn't it?
Yes. They use garbage men generically. I'm sure they're civil engineers or some college degree. So,
They aren't.
ooh, Mr. Slate.
Usually don't like Mr. Slate.
See your putts?
Mm-hmm. Miracle gave me anything, huh?
I don't know. It's the Mr. Putts bonus. 1-3, huh? That's it. 2 threes, okay.
He had a long half Torah.
Lucky guy.
There's no way I was doing that with David. It helped being president of the school board. I picked the Haftorah I wanted for him, the short one.
Oh, he appreciated it, I'm sure.
He should. Oh. Yeah, figures. Really? Usually never takes this long to catch.
Just cheap.
No multiplier, nothing. Shit. Well,
Bastard.
The best way to freeze bananas and how to enjoy them.
Buy chocolate frozen bananas.
This is the Food Network.
Enjoy them in your smoothie. My nose has been so much better since I used that ointment for an infection.
You should ask Brandsdorf to spray that for you. Maybe when you go for your physical or something.
Yeah. Or if I go to the ENT guy next time.
What's this? Same thing, right?
What's up, birdie? I haven't seen our landscaper recently.
No.
Didn't seem like he was there last week and he hasn't been here this week. Wonder if he's sick or something. I don't mind it growing a little more because when it's too short, it gets burned faster.
Yeah.
It's better when it's taller, but eventually it needs to show up.
That's pretty sad. I'm the club MVP.
You are?
Yeah.
We'll have to make sure we lock the door before we go for your bicycle. Don't cry.
I have to find where did I put those rubber gloves? Did I put them in the car? I might have done that. I'm going to put the box in the car. Something like it.
I have the other ones in the garage. Could they have that for the gas pump? You know, I was walking around the yard just a wee bit, not all the way around. Already there's crap growing that shouldn't be growing.
Of course.
You know, it don't take much. She even said that.
Oh.
Debbie.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that. Yeah, you squirt and kill it and it comes out in the cracks of pavers. It's a never-ending battle for truth, justice in the American way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Trump's too happy with Dr. Fauci.
I don't think he's been happy with him for a long time. Yeah.
Because he's saying we should have started this stuff sooner.
Yeah, we should have. And we all know that too.
So, of course, Trump's going to shift the blame to somebody else.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever
He
met
doesn't take
anybody who,
responsibility for himself.
never,
Somebody else's fault.
always.
He didn't surround himself with good people, that's all. Now, these doctors may be good and stuff, but whoever was advising him, like you said, wasn't too swift. Bye-bye.
Well, maybe he just listens to Jared Kushner, you know.
Who knows? You know that pork meat packing plant?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it's in one, like I told you, it's in one of the states that didn't have a stay-at-home order.
Yeah.
So, you know, they got around 200 people that are sick.
Of course. Because what's happening is that other people are infecting these food workers, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, how does that help anything?
Doesn't.
You have people infecting food workers of all people.
People are going to be dropping like flies. Do they keep pushing us off later and later before we're going to hit our peak?
Who, Florida?
Yeah.
It appears that way. Well, problem is he hasn't closed everything. You can go voting. You can do all kinds of shit. We don't have an asshole for a governor. Maybe will be. You better not do anything about you. I think people will just
Turn on them, hopefully.
people will go ballistic. That's the only guy who's telling us the truth. I mean, some things may be a matter of opinion to him. I mean, I get that with every doctor, it's not
yeah.
science, but he's been telling it like it is all along. People didn't want to hear it. We didn't like it, what we were hearing, but it was true.
They were telling us we didn't need masks.
Well, even he did. I think that, you know why that was? That was to keep the mask with the health workers. He desperately
Yeah, but they didn't come up with make your own, did they?
No.
Ah, that was good. Excuse me. You should rinse the bottle out when you're done with it, but don't throw it out.
Why?
Because then you can scan it for somebody to get you some
Oh,
orange
okay.
juice. The next time we need a delivery.
Okay.
I'm gonna see how Walmart turns out.
Yeah.
But
See.
when did you want to go get your bike?
Probably after I go to the bathroom. I'm sure I'll have to go to the bathroom.
Oh, come on. The bathroom?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. What'd you put the air on, by the way?
I can make it lower. Yeah. That's 76. 74 you want now?
Sure. Thanks. Yeah, you can open doors as you walk along.
Yeah.
It's easier not to have the little guy cleaning every room.
I agree. Take this here, so we get the other one.
Pretty much you need to use that remote.
Yeah.
I gotta bring in my garbage. Ugh.
What did I do? Oh, shit. Such a slap.
God. Where are you going, Beth?
I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Yeah, I'm such a slob. Oh. I'll be damned. Huh. I never heard of that. Huh. Did you take the stuff out of the back of the car yet? What? Yeah. Okay. White and black.
package from Zoom.
Zoom?
Zoom. GA. Georgia.
I'm sure it's just needlepoint. Oh, either that or no, it's probably needlepoint. Oh, we'll see.
I got it here.
It's really packed as well. No. Okay. Yep.
Ooh, here you go. Taste some Chicago. What size were those flames we ate?
Were they 8 ounce? I don't know.
Yeah, that's what it was. 127.99. They have 3 ounce things. Oh, here you go. Through these guys. Coffee.
I'm sure it's cheaper just to go to 2J's.